Welcome back. September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Caroline Schmidt is with San Luis Obispo County Behavioral Health. She joins us live. Caroline, one suicide can have devastating effects on multiple people, so any is too many, but how big of an issue is it, especially here locally?
Thanks, Scott. So Suicide Prevention Month is September, and it is something that affects us locally here on the Central Coast. Specifically in SLO County, we have a higher than average death by suicide rate. Since 2018, it's gone up by 16%, and we really see it across the nation. 2020, the suicide rate was one death by suicide every 11 minutes.
Wow, so many people suffer in silence. What are the signs to look out for?
So they're not always obvious signs, but we do try to tell folks to look out for signs of hopelessness. If folks are telling you they feel like a burden or don't have a sense of purpose or direction, those things are not always as outward as some of the other signs, like use of alcohol and drugs is increasing. Maybe somebody is, giving away possessions or verbally talking about getting their affairs in order. All of those are really signs that somebody is maybe contemplating suicide and maybe needing some support.
So someone who may recognize these signs in someone who they are close to, how can they get involved to help prevent tragedy?
So if you're recognizing these signs in somebody close to you, the best thing that you can do is just directly ask somebody, are you thinking about suicide? And it is a taboo, it is stigmatized, but that's really the best way. Somebody who's already thinking about suicide is not seeing it as a, issue that they can't talk about. They're going to really want to hear that you are willing to talk to them about what they're going through. So that's the number one way. Other ways that you can prevent suicide is from an early age, that early intervention, especially with our youth and in schools. They've been through a lot these last couple of years, making sure that they know how to check in with themselves about their mental health and then reach out if they are struggling.
And what are some of the resources that are out there for people who are struggling and maybe don't have someone close to them who is offering help? What can they do?
So the best resource that somebody can use if they are thinking about suicide or having intrusive thoughts is our Central Coast hotline here in San Luis Obispo County and in Santa Barbara County. We encourage folks to reach out to them directly. They are going to hook you up with the best local resource possible. You can also call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline number, and that number is 988. And that's a good resource if maybe you're not home here on the Central Coast, but you're needing that support elsewhere.
Yeah, it's good that that three-number call is now available. It's easy for people to remember, and we'll put a link to the SLO County webpage with some helpful ideas on this topic as well on our story here on our website. So, Caroline, thank you so much for speaking with us today to highlight that September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month.